Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to a spirit message and also spirit mottos. So I actually had this for quite a while and I held off on putting it on the channel, and it just seems so fitting. I've been nudged this morning to share it and put it on the channel, and it feels like such divine timing because it's summing up 2020. It's how we should be going into 2021, and it's something I've been repeating all the time as much as I've been doing this channel, mainly for this last year, more seriously, or putting more on than before. So I wanted to share with you, because you've heard me say it over and over, these 3 light sayings. And what they gave me about a couple of months ago was that these are really like spirit messages and mottos for life in itself. And so I wanted to leave here and break it down. I'll put it all in the description box, what they gave me. But when I saw it in front of me, it really stayed with me. And I think that's why I'm sharing it, because it's almost like knowing this or remembering this and keeping this in your mind and heart, it really keeps you really aligned and makes you really aware. And yeah, I just want to share it with you. Okay, so it's my 3 light sayings, summing spirit messages, mottos for life, 2020, 2021, and on divine purpose. There's a divine purpose for all of this, and that's why I wanted to share it now. At first, it seemed that it was just showing that there was a divine purpose to what I was saying on the channel, or what was in these 3 light sayings that I kept on repeating, and they had me repeat all the time. But the 3 light sayings, if you're familiar with my channel, that I keep on repeating literally is: hold your light, be a divine high priestess at work, and spirit pick me up. Like, I keep doing those spirit pick-me-up readings, and everything has been about keeping your spirit uplifted all along the way. And no more prevalent than in 2020, we need that. Hold your light, number 1. Number 2, be a divine high priestess at work. And number 3, spirit pick-me-up, keep your spirit uplifted all along the way, were those 3 light sayings. And so they kept on saying that if you combine these recurring light sayings that they keep having me say during spirit readings, it's how they really want you to be now, meaning you or me. Not just because you will have an easier time, but you will remain divinely powered up and focused on all you need and all you know you are to do right now. You will know you're divinely connecting and receiving love, support, and guidance, and that these sayings, these quote-unquote light sayings, they seem indeed very light. They are indeed light messages of support and guidance for right now. So they had me write down my 3 light sayings that I keep repeating: hold your light, divine high priestess at work, spirit pick me up. So what does that mean? Why are they the 3 light sayings that kind of sum up spirit mottos for life and the spirit messages for life right now? So hold your light. This is holding your light, your divine power, your point of divine center, knowing you are exactly where you need to be, holding your own no matter what is going on around you. And this takes real divine power to remain even just holding your light with all that constantly surrounds us, to hold your energy, your focus, your point of divine power, to not be lowered by energy around you or be sucked in. You can literally feel when your light has been lowered energetically and take steps to raise it again. You know this is needed right now, and the importance, so you do everything in every moment to hold your light. So that was the number 1 light saying. Number 2, the high priestess at work, that I keep saying. I keep referring to you, all that on my channel, or if you find my videos, that you're a divine high priestess at work. So they're saying you are to be considered now a divine high priestess at work, because you are divinely connected. You use all your clear abilities to know what to do and how to navigate. You are aligned to divine and listening, receiving clearly and following through. You get divine ideas. You get clarity. You have access to divine knowledge and the wisdom of what to do with it. You are doing the actions in the physical according to what you receive and know. This is aligned to divine work that needs to be done, and you know you need to stay divinely aligned as you work. You are to be the high priestess at work. That goes along with saying that we have physical things to do here. This is why I began this channel saying we're grounding higher love here, and the big and the small, whatever you're doing, you have one leg in the physical, one in the spiritual, your ideas, your clarity, your perceptive, staying high you're the high priestess at work, literally staying divinely connected and doing the work in the physical on the ground. And then the spirit pick me up, the third one, the third light saying. They said not just in those readings, the spirit pick me up readings, or just like those readings in your everyday, you are getting spirit pick me ups. You are seeing, receiving, and following signs, symbols, messages, divine ideas, divine wisdom. You can find it like a divine scavenger hunt in your everyday, allowing spirit to pick you up energetically with love, support, guidance, and backing. You can feel directly like a personal direct feeding of divine love and support. You energetically feel yourself connecting and raising in spirit when you do. You know you're tapping into something greater for love, support, and guidance and getting it. You can energetically feel and receive this spirit pick me up. You are receiving energetic love and backing to continuously be uplifted, so stay open to receive all the spirit pick me ups. And so these are my quote unquote light sayings, those 3 light sayings, but they hold true in holding your light, being a real high priestess at work, and to keep going like that, staying uplifted as you go with spirit pick-me-ups. And then they said there's a divine purpose. It's on divine purpose. And what is the divine purpose? To stay highly divinely connected and divinely charged for all you are to do and be now. And that has been recurring light sayings that I've been saying and repeating, and even readings have been named that. Like I do those spirit pick-me-up readings. I do those hold your light readings. I always refer to you guys as divine high priestess at work. And so this was the summation of what I got like months ago that I kept to myself kind of, because it reminded me, there was a greater purpose, and that they're more than just light sayings, and that if you remember these things, just hold your light. You're a divine priestess at work, and spirit pick me up. You actively look for ways to uplift your spirit, or you're actually getting direct feeding and sign symbols, messages to stay uplifted. Those 3 factors are the way to go. It kind of shows the way to go. And that's how I've gotten through very difficult times in my life. It's also how I made it through 2020, how we're facing 2021. Hold your light. You're a divine high priestess at work. And spirit pick-me-ups, always look for ways to uplift your spirit, and spirit is there to uplift your spirit along the way. And when you remember these 3 things, you pretty much stay aligned, and it's just very easy. So I wanted to share, now that we're ending 2020, and if you're new to my channel, you'll remember all the times that I say, hold your light. I think of you as a divine high priestess at work, and those spirit pick-me-up readings, that they were saying, my 3 light sayings, it sums up, it's a real spirit motto for life. There are 3 mottos for life that they keep repeating that are very much on divine purpose and help you stay on divine purpose, because if there was ever a year for us to hold our light and hold our own, there's never been a year that's been more difficult in just being that. Divine high priestess at work, they literally say whatever you're doing in the big and the small, make no doubt about it, what you're doing leaves a trail, makes a difference energetically, literally, in your work, in your relationships. You are here for a reason and a purpose, and whatever you're doing or spreading, always keep in mind you're a divine high priestess at work. So you want to be tapped in, you want to be clear, has been a recurring message, that we've been blessed with clear abilities so that we can navigate this time. We're beyond just our senses, our clear seeing, clear knowing, clear feeling. You may not even have the words for it. I always say don't even try to define it. Just use all your abilities. They've been heightened so we can navigate and keep your spirit uplifted all along the way, like spirit pick-me-ups. No doubt about it. They come through with signs, symbols, messages. I always say a lot has been coming through songs, song lyrics. It's not just coins and feathers that people talk about. Anytime you feel a personal feeding, a divine feeding, something that uplifts your spirit or reminds you that spirit's around, that you have loved ones passed on, your spirit guides, you feel divinely connected. And if you feel yourself energetically sinking because of what we're surrounded with, the negativity, the toxicity, that's why they kept on amplifying. Clear yourself out, hold your own, go for those spirit pick-me-ups. You can feel energetically when you've been lowered or you've sponged in too much negativity and toxicity. And through your clear abilities, you will notice and be aware of that. And the minute you do, shift your focus, and the rest of you will follow, and you'll be uplifted again. There was a lot about this whole time keeping your spirit up. It is like the #1 thing to do. They literally made me post a direct spirit message about that. If you do nothing else, uplift your spirit, and the rest will follow. Because you uplift your spirit, positive actions and thoughts follow that. And, you know, that is like the number one thing to do. And they literally made me post that spirit message of just raising your spirit is like the number one thing to do. The rest will follow. And so they keep on giving us spirit pick-me-ups, you know, whether directly through signs, symbols, messages, and it could be anything, and allow it. Don't doubt it. You don't have to explain it to anybody. If it feeds your spirit, be uplifted. Look actively for ways to uplift your spirit. Another thing they made me post in the very beginning, something like, if you see this, you're a divine high priestess, because they're reminding you that when you're surrounded, very often you have to get your feeding as direct as possible, meaning you are going to have to actively know when you're lowered in spirit and actively do something else to raise your spirit. You can't depend on someone else to raise your spirit, because you may be surrounded by a lot of negativity or a lot of people around you that are lower level in vibration at the moment because of what's going on. You have to be really aware and really active in it. And that was a recurring message. And yeah, so I wanted to share with you my 3 light sayings that they seem light. They seem very, you know, oh, you know, just hold your light, or divine high priestess at work, or, you know, keep your spirit uplifted, spirit pick-me-ups. They seem very light and very airy, and they, you know, maybe lacking substance, but it really is really summing up spirit messages and mottos for life, especially for 2020, anytime that's difficult, which this is just goes down as the most difficult year of our lifetime, for 2021 and on, and how that really helps with divine purpose. It really helps you stay aligned all the way through. So 3 light things really shows the way to literally hold your light, be a divine high priestess at work, and keep your spirit uplifted all along the way. And I wanted to choose this now to share this on my channel. Perfect divine timing at the end of the year. So I understood when they were nudging me to finally share it, to follow that. And here is the Real Divine Self-Care Oracle card and message for all of us going into 2021, surviving 2020 and getting ready for a new year to go for the new. Feel, you know, using all of these spirit mottos to get us through and going forward. And don't forget, always take real divine self-care of yourself all along the way. And that's what this has really been about. And if you hold on to these 3 light sayings, it will be easier to take real divine self-care of yourself all along the way. And I wish you all the best for 2021, and saying goodbye to 2020 for the good, for the better. And, you know, and definitely my 3 light sayings I wanted to pass on. Hold your light, be a divine high priestess at work, and keep your spirit uplifted all along the way. Take care. Bye-bye.